Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you. And before I do the update, yeah, me is feeling cool. I put sunglasses on not because I want to look cool. It's just because I have an eye infection, okay? And also I got a cold, I got a cough, so all these things might impact this video. I apologize if you find it a little bit different from other videos I make. So let's go without that. So this is an update for this fragrance from the House of Lanvin. House of Lanvin is a French brand, and they've been around for a very long time, and they have a quite extensive perfume lineup in their portfolio. And this one in particular is called French, and they're big names. It's called Eclat Arpege pour Homme EDT 100ml. United Kingdom, you can find it under £30. And first thing first, let me tell you the performance. The performance is good, okay to good. So it's Eau de Toilette, and it is, the performance is in par with Eau de Toilette. On my skin went over 6 hours. On t-shirt goes over 8 hours. On t-shirt actually goes much longer. If you put on materials like t-shirt, it goes up to next day. But for some reason, when I put it on skin, it didn't last that longer than 6 hours. Yeah, maybe a little bit more than 6 hours, but not too much. If you go heavy on a sprayer, maybe 6-7 on t-shirt, 6-7 on skin, you might get up to 8 hours performance out of this. But in terms of performance, overall is okay to good. In terms of projection, I had an hour of projection for an arm length, and after that slowly subside. You always have a small bubble, a small cloud, and a small trail, so it's not a huge projector either. It is again a good, moderate to good in terms of projection. So that is the performance. It is okay to good or moderate to good. In terms of the smell itself, as I said in my first video, and I stick to it, it reminds me of a few fragrances which are already in the market, because this one is similar to many fragrances you smelled, probably many of you smelled before. One of them is Azaro Chrome, one of them is Nautica Voyage. When I say these names, they're not one-to-one to it, they're not 100%, they're not copy, just the same category of fragrances, or just to put you in the right direction. To some extent, Emblem by Montblanc, to some extent is Lacoste White, so you can tell where it's going. It's one of those aromatic, fresh, aquatic, woody fragrances, which in my first video I said a little bit on the generic side, and somebody in the comments said it's a waste of money. Okay, to you maybe, to me maybe, because I have so many fragrances in my collection, and this one probably is redundant. But for some people, this might be a very, very good fragrance. So for that we have to always bear that in mind as a reviewer. I'm not just reviewing it for myself, I'm reviewing it for others. And in this endeavor, in this hobby, this hobby is very subjective. One perfume is not a solution for everybody. So one like this, for example, this perfume or this fragrance could be very, very good for some people, and it could be not very good for some people. Okay, so for me, when I said in my video it could be a little bit on the generic side, because I have so many fragrances in my collection. I'm a collector. I smelled thousands of fragrances, so to me this is nothing special there. But if you are looking for something that I described, like those 4 fragrances, this is a very well done fragrance. It's very good mixture of ingredients, it's very good perfumery in here, and it smells good. You know, don't get me wrong, it doesn't smell bad at all. But in my first video I said, okay, this is a little bit on the generic, little bit on the boring side, and that is the reason for it. Not just because it's the perfume itself is bad, because it's been there, done that. Okay, and for somebody like me who got many fragrances, this is a little bit on the boring and generic side. But if you are a young person, you don't have that much budget, or you're like somebody who likes fresh fragrances, this is a, you know, it could work for you perfectly well. So in terms of the age, I would say 25 and up to be the safe side, because it's got a little bit of classical feel to it. Although the DNA in here is very friendly, anybody can wear it from 18 to 100, but it's just a recommendation. I have to say these things, and for me it smells a little bit on the classical side, so that's why I gave it to 25 years and older in terms of you know, person. In terms of gender, this is could be unisex because it's got some floral and elements in here, but mostly leans a little bit on the masculine side. In terms of season, this is good for all year round. You can use it summer, winter, although in winter it doesn't perform that much because, you know, it's not very strong. But if you are nostalgic about summer, in winter it could provide you with a little bit of summer feel, so for that it could be good. In terms of occasion, this is one of those Swiss Army knife. You can dress up, dress it down, formal, informal, daytime, nighttime. But to me, this is quite casual. It's good for work, it's good for gym, it's good for going to a supermarket and things like that. It is because it's very easy going in terms of its nature. So the smell itself, the short of it is, this is an aquatic, fresh, fruity, citrusy and woody and herbal and aromatic fragrance. So this is the short of it. So let me read you the ingredients and I'll tell you the rest of it. So on top we have mandarin orange, lime and bergamot. Yes, when it opens up very zesty, very happy, very bright, but they don't last that long, maybe about 15-20 minutes, and you don't smell them anymore. The biggest player by far is the lavender in here, which is not mentioned in the note breakdown. And the lavender in here making it very aromatic, plus that the violet leaf and the lavender here together giving it that aromatic feel, and also quite green, and rosemary in here giving it a herbal feel, and the jasmine in here giving it a little bit of that for white floral feel and a softness, and it balances everything together very well in here. In the base we have musk, cedar and sandalwood. Yeah, the sandalwood and musk together giving it that woody aspect, and quite smooth, and it's quite clean. Overall this is quite a clean fragrance. I would classify this fragrance fresh to semi-fresh, so it is very clean, it is fresh, it is happy, it is bright, it is aromatic, it is herbal, it's fresh, it's aquatic, so all these things making it quite palatable. But again, for people who like this kind of fragrances, if you are somebody who don't like this kind of fragrances, then obviously this is not for you. And the musk is just a hint of muskiness, and its musk is very clean in here as well. But overall, what you will feel out of this fragrance is, in the beginning, is quite a big citrus, and then the base is very woody, and it's quite aromatic, it is quite aquatic. The aquaticness in here is a freshwater aquatic, it's not oceanic, and a little bit of muskiness, hint of powderiness to it as well, and it's quite green because of those herbal feel, and a violet leaf in here, and the jasmine give a hint of white floral overall as the feel of this fragrance. So if you like what I described, this might be for you. I think overall, for me personally, as I said in the first video, a little bit on the letdown, just because the name Arpege, because they used to have a fragrance in the house of Lanvin called Arpege pour Homme, and that was a fantastic fragrance, very artistic, very unique fragrance, and they discontinued it. And this one, because it got a name Arpege in it, I was expecting something similar in that vein, but unfortunately it's not. So this is nothing to do with Arpege. It's just basically they're using the name, and for that it's a little bit of misleading, a little bit of letdown. But if you forget that, if you forget the name and the naming, on its own, this is quite a nice fragrance. It's quite well done. It is a good perfume behind it, and also very well blended. It smells good. It smells nice. But there's nothing special in here. Okay, it's been done before many times. And if you go to any perfume shop, any mall, any shopping center, you find fragrances like this in the numerous times. Okay, so for that, it is just a little bit on the boring side, as shall we say. But don't let that put you off. If you like this kind of fragrances, this is quite a nice fragrance overall. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future, which is okay. It wasn't you know, something that shall we say highly recommended or excellent or outstanding, but we have to talk about fragrances like this as well, because you know there are many people who like this kind of fragrances, and who am I to judge them? And if you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfume, then now you're talking. They're Ultra Beast Mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money. They smell great, and they are very artistic and unique, and they blow your socks off when you smell them. They are so strong in terms of personality and in terms of the smell itself. I'll leave them in the link as well. As always, please like, subscribe, share this video with others, and you know, comment. All these things will help this channel to survive, to keep coming back, to stay in this endeavor for longer. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye bye bye.